Hello, my dear Lidiana insurance clients. It's been a while and I've also been reflecting on how can I add on my value-added services to all of you next year, the kind of business model and direction that I'm going for as well. And also wanted to just give a big thank you to all of you who have been very patient with me in terms of waiting for my replies, being very respectful of my boundaries because now I am a mother, mompreneur, and actually right now I'm actually holding in total 3 businesses: insurance, coaching, as well as I just started on networking at a networking business as well. So being a serial mompreneur is definitely not easy, and it takes a lot of patience on my end, but it also takes a lot of patience from my clients, which I never ever take for granted. So thank you so much for waiting for me. The past 1.5 years when I actually built up my coaching business, I actually can see myself transform a lot in terms of my mindset. And that is one area that I would definitely bring on for insurance next year. Right. So let me just run through a few pointers about how next year, what you can expect for next year. So in 2023, definitely I'm going to push up insurance as a priority business. My coaching business has already taken off, and and thanks to all of you guys for being so patient, I've really transformed and changed women one by one internally in terms of how they handle time, money, relationship, their business as well, in helping them kickstart business so that they can help other women as well. So it's really coming from that space of giving. There was sometimes I give a lot of free advice as well. And really being a model for many women out there, that just because you have a kid doesn't mean that you can't have a business, right? And just because you have money doesn't mean that you have a bad relationship with your family. No. In fact, one thing that I really would love to model is having a successful career, successful family, and lots of money. Okay, so definitely when it comes to for the business model next year, insurance is going to be a top priority. I'm going to refocus my energy back into insurance. So this means that you'll be seeing me a lot more. I find like the main mode of communication definitely is still WhatsApp broadcast. So if you haven't added me on your WhatsApp, please do so, because I'll be sending and I'm actually looking to send you guys at least twice a month. So because every week is kind of a bit if I have intense stuff and I have a lot of inspirational content, I would send, right? But then minimum 2 times a month. Number one, you haven't been receiving emails from me, and I will not be continuing with emails anymore, because the way I contact with people, especially through my insurance, is WhatsApp. Right. And how I buy is how my insurance clients buy. And because when they WhatsApp me directly, they get in touch with me personally, and that's what the trust and the build is. So definitely you will stop seeing me in your emails. WhatsApp is my main mode of communication. Okay. And I would actually still ask everybody's respect, because next year I might and looking to have an expansion in family. So also looking to have respect from everybody, that I will get back to you for sure. Okay, but because of the fact that I'm working on networking, my networking business, which later on I'll share with you how I would love to bring that as a value-added service to you guys. Okay, my coaching I will put that as a lower priority, and I'm putting insurance back, but still give me time to get back, because when I actually get back to you with responses, I want to make sure that it's coming from that space of like, yes, I'm very sure of this response. It is not like a lot of like, I'm not sure, and then no, you will hear me give you very clear and direct response. So I think that quality response is important, and if you want to have quality response, then everything in quality we have to wait lah. Okay. So that is what I would love to check in with you guys for the touch point. Second thing is that my business model for insurance will be purely existing and direct referrals only. Yeah, so I'm no longer going to do cold and As well, when I mean cold, okay, if people IG DM me, or I have people followers who actually want to buy insurance from me from Instagram, of course, I welcome that. But it's not that I'm going to do street canvassing or door knocking anymore. Number one is that my business has already scaled up, and number two, I really, really love and I value direct referrals. Okay, because when they come with direct referrals, they already have that trust and that connection, and they are so much more easier, and they are higher quality clients to deal with in the long run. So if I'm also going to be very bold and open about reaching out to you guys about for direct referrals, because I fully believe that the people that we would love to help most are the people around us. Like even with my coaching, I'm also helping my personal friends as well, and they ask me stuff. But of course, there is a boundary between whether you pay for the advice or it's free advice that I can talk about it on IGTV, or I can talk about it on my YouTube. There's a boundary that I draw on. But direct referrals is my preferred way next year. So if you have any clients or people who you think that will be able to benefit from a high quality service and that you feel aligned, please be open to matchmaking us together. And I fully trust that it doesn't matter what the outcome is, because eventually when we and your referred person meet, it is their choice whether they want to move on or not. But the fact that you make the connection will put you in that place of ensuring that they have been given a quality and a trusted advisor to turn to, right? So building purely existing and direct referrals only. Third part about one of the very big value-added service is that I'm going to provide a connection service purely for my insurance clients. So what is this connection service? I joined a business networking group, okay, a very professional business networking group with serious entrepreneurs and serious people who are making money from their business, okay, scaling it up. And I come into contact with a lot of people. They can be people from computing, people with accounting background, chef, baker, bag manufacturer. They also can be florists, baker, chefs. Oh, where's my book? Okay, I have a whole 50 list. Aircon, handyman, renovator. Okay, I have a whole extensive list, and these are all the contacts that I have. Renovator, ID, Malay educator, language speech therapist. I have traits from all walks of life. Okay, and what I want to do and provide purely for my insurance clients is that I would love to connect you guys with them. So this means that if you are looking for party supplier, you are looking for a chef, a baker, whatever, I would love for you to reach out to me. Hey, Lydia, do you know anybody who fixes the aircon? Do you know anybody who does florists? Do you have a friend who does prints name cards? Do you have a friend who does a computing software? Do you have anybody who does cloud computing? I purposely put myself in that environment so that I can bring on that extensive network to my insurance clients, because that is the level that I'm would love to have for you guys, is that I don't want to just be an advisor here. Okay, I don't want to just be telling you about the GST or telling you and striking fear in your hearts about how expensive life is going to be. That's not my role. My role here is actually to anchor you in your long-term vision in your finances, which means that if you invest in me, invest in yourself through me, you pay for your IRP policies, you pay for your critical illness policies through me, right? You are investing actually in yourself. Yeah, so wherever you put your money is where it's going to be. If you put yourself in with somebody who has a very strong lack mindset and always selling you out of fear, you will attract that into your life as well. Okay, so this is the place that I want to be. I want to be connecting all of you guys with the network that I have, and my extensive network that I have. Okay, I also want to be even providing your referrals to your friends or whoever, hey, do you know anybody who does flowers? Do you know anybody who does catering? Do you know anybody who manufactures bags? Yeah, and I'm going to be the person to find that for you. So that is one big area that I would love to add on as my dear insurance clients, because I fully believe that the more we give, okay, the more we give, and it's all about support, it's all about community. Yeah, I no longer want to be in that position where I'm always talking to you about money. Okay, that brings me to my next part about content. Okay, another part of my content you're going to hear from me is also about finances for sure, about the things that we have to know in the market and things that we don't like to hear. Yes, okay, but it's also about how can we shift our money mindset. How can we, when we actually see our portfolio drop, are we going to look at it as I'm wasting my money, or we are going to look at it as though like, hey, the fact that my units are actually cheaper now, I actually accumulate more in my portfolio. So I'm going to stay here invested for the long term, right? So how do you feel about money? How do you behave around money? Do you find that you are very fearful of money? Because if you're fearful of money, that's why money doesn't come. Because money only comes to people who welcome it, who have positive feelings about it, right? Who feel that money comes to me and they value like a $50 deal as much as a $500 deal, right? They have no judgment. Okay, and I have a lot of this to talk about, but so definitely like my content will also include a lot of money mindset stuff, because I feel like people around us have to be educated also, not just about the money and cents, but also about how you think about money, because how you think about money is how you're going to attract money, right? So if you're always looking at money as though it's a very fearful object, money will also not come to you. Yeah, but if you look at it and you're very welcome and you're very open-minded and you're very what we call abundant, you're very like, hey, I have this is new idea to make money, and then you will start to realize that you attract money very easily. Yeah, so this, or you don't have any like, oh, money is a lot of work, money is a lot of pressure. These were actually what I went through, and I actually navigated myself out of in the past 1.5 years when I was being coached, and when I was coaching other people as well. And this is what I would love to bring to you, all of my insurance clients. So it's not just about talking about inflation or GST, like who doesn't know about it, right? But how are we going to handle next year when it's going to be even a tougher year? That's my question. How are you going to handle next year when economic winds are going to shift even more, when when people are going to be retrenched even more, and we can definitely feel the pressure, but how do we deal with it? Because life has to go on. But whether life goes on and you think about it in a very negative way and you're struggling every day, or you're going to be like, let me see how I can shift my mindset, let me see how I can be better at my money mindset, and how can be better with my money, how I can get more comfortable with my money, then that is the way to go. So investing in yourself, investing in your mindset training. Then the last one would actually, another one would be on digital. So I'm going to be encouraging all of you digital self-help, because the more empowered you are in your insurance policy, the more you will feel comfortable with money. I'm not doing you a favor whenever you come to me and you want me to solve every single problem that you have when it comes from the big partial withdrawal to changing your address. I'm not helping you. And that's what I realized. I'm not helping my clients when I baby my clients. I'm not helping you to grow. And that's what I also see in my son as well, right? I have to give them the space, I have to give them the opportunity. And using self-help, a lot of self-help tools, which AIA has empowered a lot. And I'm going to be very liberal and keep directing you there, because I know that the more comfortable you are in taking charge of your insurance policies, the more you're going to apply to that when you handle your money. Okay, so overall my vibes next year is going to be a lot of boldness. So if there is a need for you to top up, I will tell you. If there is a need for you to invest in yourself more, I will tell you as well. Up to you whether you want to take it personally, you want to take it like, oh, she's trying to sell me more stuff, whatever. Okay, that is the ball is in your court. But I'm telling you that next year is going to be a lot real talk. I'm going to be a lot more upfront with you. If I say that, hey, you need this critical illness, then I leave that in your choice, because I know that I meant to tell you this message, but whether you make that decision is up to you. Okay, so I'm going to be a lot more bold, action taking, and a lot more real and authentic in your talk. I'm not going to be like afraid to like no more like skimming around the bush and say, yeah, maybe you wait a little bit more, you renovate your house first before you invest in yourself. No. Okay, I'm going to tell you that if you want more money to come to you, you have to invest first. Yeah, sometimes investing also comes in investing in long term before you can see the returns. Yeah, did I make $42,000 in my coaching business on purely online? Okay, I don't have everything was all fully digital. I made $42,000 in about a year. Did I make $42,000 after just one day of being coached? No. Yeah, I easily went through training for about 6 to 8 months before I actually started having paying clients. So this is one very big lesson that I would love to bring in as well. I would probably have another video where I talk about how I made $42,000 in my coaching business, and I feel that was what everybody has been wanting to hear from me. Like, how's your coaching business? How you coaching? So I feel like $42,000 is quite a lot lah. Yeah. Okay, so that's all for me, my business model for next year. And I would love to I'll be definitely a lot more calling you guys, because whenever I call you guys, I feel like we can open up the conversation. And then but you know, being empowering you guys to take charge of your finances. Again, I said if there's a loophole that you gotta fill in, then I will just tell you upfront. And I leave you to decide whether you want to take that step or not. Every step that you don't take, every step you decide to wait is a step that you are waiting in life. Okay? All right. Thank you.